Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a great matchup coming in today. We are in the the semifinals, my bad, of the losers bracket with Team Cynic versus Team Klaim, and we obviously can see the first game is going to be Blight. It's going to be interesting to see with the setup that we have. We have Retribution, Pentimento, Ruin, and we always talk about how Ruin can be cleansed very early on in the game, and it can become unvaluable to the killer. But I've been waiting for this game since we had it scheduled the other day. It's going to be fantastic. And today I'm joined with our first-time caster, Rich. How are we doing today? And what's your predictions for today's matchup? You got anything that you think is going to happen?
What's going on? My name is Rich. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Wow, that's an early find. That's going to be really, really big, especially with a little bit less no corrupt. So an early pick is definitely very big for Blight here. Running an interesting build here. We got Ruin, we got Crowd Control, Penti, and Retribution. We don't see too many full hex builds, but should turn out to be fairly interesting. It's going to be a good match. I think looks really good here.
Yeah, 100%. We've watched many times where the killer checks the locker and there's never a survivor in there. But the fact that we just saw it now at this kind of game, this late into the stage, is insane. I know for a fact that Lulu had no idea that was going to happen. Very good find on Ultra here. And already putting the pressure, was able to hit Kenny and going to go straight back to Lulu. Claudette needs to make some distance. Not able to get to the window because of the block there from Ultra, but does have the pallet here on the left side of main. Going to be working with it. Going to have to try to win the mind game and doesn't. And we see another kick down. Hopefully they have decisive strike, or this is going to be not good. Already having the second hook coming in this early on. We haven't even seen a generator pop yet, so no decisive strike. And Caster's Curse, once again, we see a generator popping, and two of them.
Yeah, that's just a really early second hook. Fortunately, we do have those two gens popping right away, but the pressure's definitely on here for Cynic. Obviously, super strong on Blight. They very regularly put Blight when they're allowed to. Lulu already getting caught. That's a tough pallet to run.
And almost gets the angle right there, but Kenny's just able to make it. And I think they just did a crouch check right there, and Blight was able to wasn't able to get the hit, and instead breaks the pallet. Ultra leaves, going back to the on hook, trying to get that tunnel out very quickly and make it a 1v3 with 3 generators left. That would be optimal. Hasn't got much value out of Ruin yet, or Pentimento. The survivors have been on generators since the start of this matchup, but we'll see how as we continue getting into this mid-game now and how both teams are going to respond. Klaim's still doing a good job, but this chase right here with Lulu is going to be very important, and doesn't make the right choice and gets downed. Ultra getting another quick hook here, and it is going to be the first kill, 1v3 now.
It's really early for a 1v3. This is going to be pretty brutal for Klaim to come back from. We see a gen already starting here, but again, they don't have too much progress on any other gens, so we're gonna see if Klaim can make something happen, but it's unlikely. They kind of need a miracle to happen.
I 100% agree, because they only have one survivor on the generator, and maybe if Ultra's able to find him, but right now he's looking to see where they're at, because they are resetting, and he knows they must be at some side of the map, resetting away from where the generators are being worked on. I don't know how much longer he's going to try to commit to this until he decides to push off, but we'll see. It's been a phenomenal game so far for Ultra. Klaim's still getting 2 gens done, and they might just get this third one to pop, and if they play it right, they still have a lot of pallets to work with. We're seeing Ruin come in, and here's Kenny getting caught. Everybody still hasn't been hooked yet. That's still a lot in the matchup, which we're about to see maybe another quick down. Let's go over real quick.
See, you know, that's the thing. Ultra still has all of his perks active, except for Penti, obviously, but you know, they haven't even found Ruin, they haven't found Crowd Control, so it's gonna be difficult to even get that gen progress done. But obviously you see Kenny going down here, trying to push gens as much as they can, but as soon as he hooks him, he's probably gonna just dip right out and find this next generator and get that Ruin start activating again, as you can see right there. With no pain res allowed on, we see Deli for Kenny. come out. But with no pain res active, you know, there's not too many gen regression perks that you really want to run. And Ruin's always a gamble because, you know, these are pros we're playing with. They're gonna find those totems as fast as they can. But I mean, he's making the most of it. Ultra's playing a great game so far.
Yeah, and him deciding to get off the David and go back to these generators was the right choice because Ruin is definitely eating it up. And these 1v3 situations, it's very difficult for the team to get much pressure because even if the killer's on a survivor, he can opt out to leave at any moment and go and pressure the survivors off the generators. And they know that they're going to be solo. They're not going to be doubling up unless there's maybe one generator left. But in this situation, we do see a second generator, a third generator pop, 2 left. And right now, CYN is working on a very semi-safe distance, but Ultra is probably just going to leave and decide to go back, wants to patrol these generators and not give them any free more progress without paying the price.
I mean, if you look at it, it's a pretty rough 3-gen for Klaim that he's got going. They probably can get that gen done over by Shaq, but this is looking really good for Cynic. It's also a really quick down by Ultra. And he's gonna keep a slug going, try and protect this generator, but it looks like they're gonna be resetting here. Ultra's probably gonna go to Shaq looking for the reset. Oh, he's gonna find him, but gonna get stunned by the Shaq pallet.
Right now we see, like I said just a little bit ago, about them using all the resources. They have a lot to work with, but they just have to be careful. Ultra was able to get a few hooks very quickly after the on-hook, and we'll see another great demonstration of the Blight's rushes. Doesn't need to do the hug tech anymore, and CYN goes down. It's going to be a fresh hook, if I'm not mistaken, on CYN, which is going to be a good for Ultra, another 3 points. And we see David just now getting off the hook. And that is going to be a fresh hook. Still 2 generators left right now. And we see Ultra opting to go straight to where they might be resetting if they are. And I think we might find them. They got to be careful here. We do not want to get caught in a situation. We see Ada obviously lurking very slowly, not wanting to get caught. David's upstairs getting that balanced landing ready to be procced if needed to be. They're pretty safe right now. All they have to do is just play smart and don't allow Ultra to get a quick down, and they need to get more pressure on these generators because if not, Ruin's going to eat it up. As we see, they still haven't got that hit. David needs to be careful, and he goes down. Very nice from Ultra of the awareness, waiting to rush, sorry. I said blink, we're not watching a nurse set, but rush at the right time and was able to get David down. Very nice.
You know, honestly, I'm surprised Ultra's not slugging CYN out, especially with one of them already on hook. Could have been an even quicker game. It kind of seems like Ultra's playing with his feet a little bit. And CYN's going to be reset.
We'll make it coming into play.
It's just going to be really tough for Klaim to get any gens done, especially with Ruin still active and a Pentimento just inbound if they cleanse it.
Kenny needs to make this chase last. He got M1, and that really does suck when you're going against a killer like the Blight, because getting an M1 in the very beginning of the chase, he's able to use his rushes, and we see that right there, and another quick down. Klaim is they need to just make these chases a little bit longer. They are very fast. Ultra doing a fantastic job utilizing the Blight's power, and we're going to be seeing another hook onto the Ada. That is going to be the second one. It's going to be an extra 2 points, and that's going to currently put us at 18-9 right now. Ultra doing a fantastic job. It can still go in Klaim's way. It's very doable here, but they're going to need to get at least another generator done to make this a doable win con, because against a team like Cynic, if they get a 4K at 2 generators, that's going to be hard to match that or do better.
Yeah, Ultra's just making these chases last maximum 20 seconds. It's tough to play against Blight. Good Blights are tough to play against, and that's why Cynic always picks Blight, because they are just, all of them are just such strong players. They can play against Blight, and obviously they're showing out and playing really strong with Blight. Thought Ultra was going to go for a slug there. Kind of decided against it. Probably wants to get this game done quicker. Gonna get that 2v1 active, and realistically, that should be about it. 2 gens remain. It'd be a miracle if they even get one done. It would have to be a pretty long chase, but you see both survivors are injured, and you don't really have too much hope for Klaim here.
For sure. Just been a phenomenal gameplay. As we see the second death coming in, it is going to be a 1v2. Let's look around real quick. We see David on a generator. He might be able to do something, but it doesn't seem like much. And we see crowd control coming into play. That window's blocked now. So even if CYN wants to stay around here at main, he's not going to be able to. He's going to have to push off, as we see. And Blight deciding to get off. Doesn't want them. Ultra does not want them at all to be able to get another generator done. This is a very comfortable win con, and that was an insane hit. As David goes down and gonna opt in on the slug, as it is now a 1v1, a cat and mouse game, and Ultra finding CYN already in the corner. Not much they can do now. It is gonna be a GG's. It looks to be a 4K at 2 generators. Unless we have an unbreakable, which we don't. That is gonna be it. That's gonna be a 28 to 9 result right there from Team Cynic. Going in. Now Team Klaim will be playing the next Blight for this first set of the best of 3.
I mean, that's just a really masterclass showing of a Blight game. There's a reason why these guys are, helping every bracket that they come in. It'd be interesting to see if Klaim can make something happen in their Blight set. We're definitely going to have to see, but this is just... you want to learn how to play Blight. These are the guys you want to watch. They pick Blight every single game they can for a reason.
For sure, it was an amazing gameplay. We're about to be seeing the final hook. Make sure, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys can drop a follow on the stream, and we hope you guys enjoy the game. We will be getting set up with the next match as soon as we check the perks out, and we appreciate everybody being here. Welcome back, everybody. We are in the second game of the first set with Klaim versus Cynic. We have Trinity killing as the Blight going against Cynic's survivors. This is going to be an interesting matchup. They're going to have to either do 28 points, which is a 4K, and prevent the Team Cynic from getting more than 3 generators pop, or at least less than 3, and it's going to be a win con. It's going to be interesting to see, though, because Cynic has a very good win con. They don't have much pressure on them. It shouldn't be too difficult for them to do this, but with the set like this, with Blight being such a strong killer, even after his numerous nerfs in the past couple of months of DBD, still very strong killer, and it can go very one-sided if the survivors make a mistake. So, Rich, what's your predictions here? Do you think Team Cynic got it, or do you think Klaim might be able to, snatch this one away and win the first game? The first set of this best of 3?
Cynic put on such a good showing. I would be very, very impressed if Klaim could come back and win this. It's a tough win con. It's definitely doable. It is a pretty early down 2, but first gen's coming out, and right. I'm sure we'll see a second one popping relatively shortly. But yeah, it's gonna be really, really tough. We'll definitely see. Nancy is probably going to be looking for this unhook with that deliverance, as you can see. We're going to start moving in here. Lusty is probably the best person to have gone down first, just because our Fang has the DS active. But Nancy will probably start moving in relatively shortly here.
I agree with you 100%, Rich. We see Trinity coming into the main building and catching Ace off. Angels probably wasn't expecting Trinity to come up here and bother him at all, since it's very early, and this is a gen that killers don't really care to protect too much of, unless it's a part of a 3 gen that they need to protect, but at this moment, it doesn't seem like that. And Ace, Angel is going to be taking the hit already, not wanting to, but Trinity opting to leave Angels alone and decides to rotate over here where Ultra's going to be. Ruin eating up those generators. Very nice work of it. Haven't seen it be cleansed at all yet in both games so far. It could happen here. Let's see how Ultra's going to do. Very nice fake and was able to get Trinity to bite. Going to delay this just a little bit longer before he takes his first hit. And oh, Trinity almost had the hit, but Ultra was able to make it through the window just in time to avoid that. He's doing a very good job. This chase is important right now, as how long it's been. This is what Cynic needs to make this even more impossible. Ultra does take the first hit, but has a lot to work with on the side of main and decides to go towards the middle of it. Gonna make it to this pallet just in time. Let's see how Trinity plays this. Decides to break the pallet. Ultra doing a fantastic job. Trinity has no choice but to maybe leave him alone. Yep, decides to break off and gonna be pushing to the other survivors. That was an amazing chase.
Well, I mean, you have to remember, the best players that play against killers are the killers themselves. Ultra is gonna, you get into the mindset of the Blight, and they're just gonna, they're the best players to play with. Nancy gonna be taking chase here. You see that she has Deliverance active, yet she's not injured. Maybe use her flash wings here. Gonna get an early hit. When Trinity already leaving, gonna try and look for the reset, but coming back to Nancy after she sees the reset's already been done. Gonna be interesting to see if he can get the Nancy down.
He does.
And if they do, it's gonna be a Deliverance play here by the Nancy.
He's gonna wait for the hook real quick. Do not want to. There we go. 1 second. There we go. Just updating the score right now. So far, we have 6 for the killer and 6 for the survivor. Evened it up right now in this set. All Cynic has to do at this moment is just pop 2 more generators and they win this set. And we'll go up 1-0 of the best of 3. And the next set we will be running is the Shape on the game. And the tiebreaker is Wraith on Hawkins. And we see the Deliverance coming in. Knowing that with that perk being there, they do not have to waste any time getting off the generators and going for the on-hook. They can stay on the gens, which is going to be a plus for Cynic after that amazing chase from Ultra. And everything is just working in their favor to make this even harder for Trinity. That chase from Ultra being super long. The fact that Nancy had Deliverance and everything is working really well. Even though that Trinity is doing a fantastic job, it's going to be really hard for them to be able to do something here. As we see Bloodlust coming in on this chase with Lusty here. Very nice. Probably going to get a hit. It is a little bit difficult to manage through those. And does get it. Very nice. Only had 1 more rush left. And gonna... Oh, man. Deciding to... No, gonna get back onto the chase as we see that 3rd generator pop.
Definitely got worried about the generators, as you saw. There was a little bit of a hesitation on if you wanted to commit to that chase, but decided ultimately to come back after they saw the generator pop. I mean, you see, they only need 1 more generator, and nobody's even close to Death Hook yet. Only had 2 hooks so far. I mean, like I said, it's gonna need to be a miracle. There's such a good gem spread as well. I don't see any way that Cynic loses this. It is gonna be a down on Lusty, but I mean, it's not gonna matter because even if Trinity wanted to, yeah, I mean, that's just gonna be the last gen. The win con's complete. Cynic gonna take this set, and we're probably gonna be moving into Klaim's pick, the Shape next.
My bad. I had to put the wrong score in. Yeah, unfortunately for Team Klaim, they're not going to be able to win this, but still, very good matchup so far. You know, nothing to be discouraged about. Still doing an impressive feat. It's just Cynic right now. Like I said, they have no pressure on them to win this set, and they were able to meet it, and they're only with 3 hook states left. So now it's just going to be to see how good is Trinity going to do, and what's the result going to be as we go into their pick as the Shape for the game. Very nice rushes, and is able to get angles down on a very nice rushes. We've seen another hook. Almost saw the flashlight, and we do see a flashlight play coming to Champion of Light 2. Oh, amazing.
That's brutal. I mean, Ultra's just kind of putting on the pressure here. Obviously put his team in such a good position to win this set with his masterclass killer set, and then coming back and just kind of adding to it and getting that late game flashlight save. I know all you killer mains out there hate when that's happening. You're having a bad game. Gens are getting pushed so hard. I mean, your Ruin's not even doing anything at this point. And then a flashlight comes in with a champion of light just to add to it. That's brutal. It's just straight mean at this point.
For sure, and we see another down on Nini. This is going to be the second hook on Nancy, if I'm not mistaken. Both Lusty and Nancy are going to be on their death hook. 4 hooks and
I'm interested to see if Cynic can get this 4 out here. Obviously, they have 1 gen left, but it's just the gens are so far apart. It's hard for, and there it is. There it goes. I'm interested to see if they're going to get this door open and just take the 2 out, or if they're going to go for Nini and potentially grab Angels as well, because I believe Angels is on first hook here. Are we going to get right on the or after they get that unhook, and Trinity probably going for this tunnel out, just to, you know, feel good about themselves and try and get at least one of them.
yeah, add it up. You know, every hook counts. Everything adds up. But as you can see, guys, this is going to be Cynic's first win of this matchup, best of 3. We're gonna be getting set up with the second match. Klaim will be killing again. Cynic will be surviving, of course. And as we can see, all 3 survivors are going to be able to get out. We'll be back with the next matchup in just a moment. Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. We are getting into the first game of our second set here with Klaim versus Cynic. We're going to check the survivor builds real quick just so we can get a peek at them and see what's going on. It's going to be interesting to see how this matchup is going to be played. Very excited for this. And let's see how long it's going to take Trinity to be able to find where the survivors are at. This is going to be very, very important for Klaim to win this set. They need to do that so that we can go to the tiebreaker set, which will be Wraith. And right now, Trinity is probably feeling the pressure, knowing what's going on, what has to be done for their team to be able to fight for another round and have the possibility of winning this best of 3 here in the finals of the losers bracket. Rich, are you excited for this game as much as I am?
I'm really excited. I always love a good shape game, especially on the game. You see a lot of people sometimes running Scratch Mirror on the game just because, you know, wall hacks are always nice to play with. You see Ultra getting tagged first here. Trinity has gotten a decent amount of stock so far. Gonna leave Ultra, make sure you can maintain these gens. Got a really good corrupt gens are all below on the bottom floor, so you can kind of play a little bit mostly on the top floor. But overall, this is just going to be a fun game to watch. 2 really good teams just going at it. Let me get another tag here on Nini.
Unfortunate for Trinity, that's going to be the second hit. Was probably wishing that they could get Ultra down very quickly, need to get some pressure up. But we have No Ed, which is a very controversial perk. Sometimes it comes in clutch, sometimes it doesn't. And Trinity getting stunned there. There must be a ping difference there as Nini is able to get it and make even more distance. Gonna opt in. Trinity is gonna decide not to chase and gonna go off and try to find other people. Needs to get close to that tier 3, 99 it, and get up on a survivor. We've sometimes even seen perks like, it's going to be interesting to see in the future, actually, Rich, with the fact that they're making Trail of Torment half the time that it takes to re-proc and use it. And we see the first hit coming on Ultra.
Yeah, probably going to start seeing a little bit of a difference there. But so far, Trinity hasn't gotten the first down yet, but does have tier 3 inbound, almost 99. Probably going to use it here on Angels in just a minute. Got to break that pallet. It's a pretty good pallet to play with. I'm not going to go for the tier 3 hit. I'm just going to swing through the pallet, which, I don't know. I feel like going for the down is kind of necessary at this point, because you have to assume that Cynic has a lot of progress here. Now that Corrupt is over, they're probably starting to go a little bit crazy on those bottom gens. You see the Surge pick, and honestly, I'm a big fan. This is a really good really good map to play Surge with, and I think Surge is kind of an underrated perk just in and of itself. Unfortunately, not going to be able to make the vault there.
And we're going to be seeing the down there on Nini, which is really nice here, Rich, as we continue moving on. Hold on 1 second. What do we see going on? Gonna decide to leave Nini, wants to get as much value out of this tier 3. So many strong pallets here for Team Cynic, but continuing on, still got that down, the slug, putting a lot of pressure on the survivors. Oh, and he has nowhere to go. This is gonna be unfortunate. Ultra's going down, didn't have anywhere to go. Both doors were not broken. We're gonna see some surge value coming in too as well. Ruin's still up. They just got Nini up, so that means only that one survivor could be on a generator, and we're gonna be seeing our first hit here for Trinity. 14 Klaim gonna be putting up 3 points on the board, and the 2 survivors are gonna be up here on top. Pretty safe place to heal. And we're gonna see Lusty on another generator, very close to being popped, but unfortunately doesn't get it with Ruin coming in and Mikey pushing him off. Very nice.
Yeah, you see the first hook coming in. Unfortunately, Trinity's still on tier 3. Otherwise, I'm sure they probably just would have committed through that gen. Ruin, you can see it in the distance in a pretty decent spot. Gonna be a little bit tougher to find. That being said, I think that they'll be able to play through the Ruin no problem. You see Trinity trying to camp this hook, at least trying to put Ultra into second stage here. But doing a very good job so far, especially with, you have the set on the line here. You're in the semifinals, got a lot of pressure. I really think that playing second in the first set is always the best way to do it for killers, because you have that momentum going. Unfortunately, it wasn't the best set for Trinity on Blight, but you have the momentum going from one killer to the next, and you're kind of in that killer mindset. So I think that Trinity's making some decent progress here. I'm gonna try and stock a little bit more, regain that tier 3. You see everybody's kind of getting healed again. Everybody except for Ultra, but there's not too much gen pressure right now, especially with that Ruin still activated.
Yeah, right now if you're Trinity, you're looking for Ultra. You want him, and maybe not get him. Oh my goodness, if Ultra would have went down right there with that God pallet being there, would have been very bad for Cynic. They want to keep Ultra up as long as they can, and as you can see, just W-keying and making as much distance. Gonna try to make this chase as good as possible. Any good pallets that they have left up, like this one that he's rotating to now, is gonna be dropped on this chase. He knows that he can loop around this at least once, for sure. And we're gonna get the stun. Ultra doing a fantastic job. Let's see how long this chase is gonna last. Not opting to go for the break just yet. Wanted to zone him. We see another generator popping, and Ultra still doing his job, not getting downed yet, and just making this chase last good. And we see another 2 generators pop. That's gonna be 6 points, 12 so far for Team Cynic. Klaim slipping right now, but something can happen, and it needs to happen now. All these God pallets that are still up is dropping them, so it will be a little bit unsafe after this chase is over. But still, Ultra has the pallet to work with in the back. I think that Trinity might be trying to bloodlust Ultra, and unfortunately isn't going to get nothing here because this pallet is going to be really hard to fake out. But, I mean, it is possible. Let's see.
Yeah, unfortunately, Trinity just lost so much pressure. Yeah, and you see the last gen pop. You have to be inside Trinity's head and say, this is just frustrating at this point. You see Trinity just completely leaving. You do know that NoEd is active though, so you got to be a little bit more careful. I'm sure Ultra called that out. Probably saw a little bit of extra movement speed. Now you're pretty much running tuft of hair. You got insta downs. But we'll see if Trinity can make something happen here late in the game. Obviously, that's just so unfortunate. You see NoEd go down, and it's never ending for Trinity. Gonna try and get this tier 3 now, and hopefully get at least one kill. But you see Trinity just kind of losing it at this point. Got to really break that pallet. That's just too strong of a pallet to try and mind game. But probably getting one of these doors already open. But not enough. So we might see a late game down here, and I'm sure they'll Trinity will do some slugging and try and make something happen. But I mean, it's really late, and they have only 2 hooks at this point, so they kind of need something.
Yeah, it's just been a very difficult matchup. Cynic was able to just do a lot of work here and get done what they needed to, and it's just been hard for Trinity. This is a hard map, so we might see the same result here. They're going to have to do very good, though, because there's only 2 hook states. Trinity needs to get some more... Oh, my goodness. Another good pallet. But, oh, man, no. And we're running out of Tier 3. They're going to have to catch up immediately. Trinity definitely needs this. They do not want to lose this game. I mean, leave with this game with only 2 hook states. They need to get Meg down. Get the Lusty. Might be able to. I think something can I don't know. Oh, I don't think enough. Nope. Oh, my goodness. Cynic just did a masterpiece right there. So, unfortunately, guys, that's going to be that game right there. Not a good set for first games out of the set for Team Klaim, but still amazing job regardless. We're going to be getting set up for the second game.